Hey, it's Tayoga here. How are you doing? Fantastic, I hope. Got a new video for you that features all standing postures. If you're like me, sometimes I just don't really feel like getting on the ground. So in this video, the only time your hands are going to touch the ground is in a forward fold, or if you need to have the hands down for stability. But otherwise, we're just going to keep it all standing today. When you're ready, make your way to the top of the mat. I'm going to have my feet hips distance, but whatever feels best for you. And then we're going to just jump right in. So inhale, arms reach up. And then exhale, hands connect, heart center. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then exhale, side out. Again, nice full breath in. And then let it go. Last one, full breath, nice and deep. Create some space in the lungs. And then exhale, sigh it out. Go ahead and blink open through the eyes or keep them closed, your choice. And then drop the right ear over the right shoulder. Exhale, chin comes down to center, and then bring the left ear over the left shoulder. Starting with some neck stretches. Exhale, chin comes down, back to the right. And then keep hinging over to the right if that feels good. Chin comes back to center, and then left ear over left shoulder. Stay or keep hinging over to the left if that feels good. Chin back to center, right ear over the right shoulder, hinging over to the right. Maybe this time that left arm reaches over all the way to the right. And then coming back through center, left arm down, left ear over left shoulder, hinging. Maybe that right arm reaches up and over. And then right hand down, coming back up. And then bring that chin parallel to the mat. We'll stretch out the wrists a little bit. So reach that right arm forward, flexing the wrists, pulling back on the fingers. And then reverse it, pulling down on the hand. And then left side, left arm comes out, flex the wrist, pulling back on the fingers. And then reverse it, fingertips point down towards the ground, pulling back on the hand. And then inhale, arms reach up, interlace the fingers, bring them behind the head. Nice bend into the knees, chin comes to chest and roll all the way down. And then release the hands down, just hang here. And then slowly roll all the way back up, bone by bone. Head is the last to lift. And then chin comes back to chest, roll all the way down. Let those arms hang heavy. And then rolling back up, head is the last to lift. And again, chin to chest, roll all the way down. Maybe legs are a little more straight this time, or maybe there's still a deep bend, that's fine. And then this time just hang here. So if you want to ragdoll, grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Maybe hands come down to the ground, or maybe they come to a block. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Let's stretch out the backs of the legs some more. So take a deep bend into the right leg. And then the left leg. And then back to the right. And then to the left. And then again, we're going to slowly roll all the way back up. Head is the last to lift. And then this time, arms reach up towards the ceiling, and exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach back up. And exhale, hands connect, heart center. You're going to reach the right arm out to the right side, and then internally rotate that arm. And then bend the elbow, bring the right hand to the back. And then reach the left arm out to the left side. Thumb is going to be up. And then you're going to bend the elbow, bringing it to the upper back, trying to connect the hands. If you can't do that and you need to use a strap or a belt or a scarf, whatever you have, you can use that. And then release down, roll the shoulders out. We'll do the other side. So left arm reaches out, internally rotate that left arm, bringing it to the back. And then right arm reaches out. Bend the elbow, bringing it to the upper back, trying to connect the fingers, but using a prop if you need it. And then release the arms back down, roll the shoulders out. Feet are hips distance apart. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Rise all the way back up, arms reach up. And exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach. This time, plant down through that right foot. Take a step back with that left. You're going to go down about halfway down your mat. So we're going to take pyramid pose. So both feet are flat on the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold over that right leg. Hands can stay at heart. Maybe they come to your shin. Maybe they're able to come all the way down to the mat. Both legs are nice and straight. Square the hips towards the front of the room. And then hands come back to heart. Inhale, lengthen the spine back up and just step the left foot forward. Inhale, arms reach. This time, take a step back with the right foot about halfway down your mat. Both legs are straight. All 10 toes are pointing towards the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold over the left leg this time. So keep that left hip pulling back, the right hip pulling forward. Hands wherever is best for you. And then hands come back to heart. Inhale, rise back up. And step the back foot forward. Inhale, both arms reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. And again, open the chest. Inhale, arms reach. Hands connect, heart center. Ground down through the right foot. Go ahead and bend the left knee. Bring the heel towards the glute. And then you're going to grab that left foot with the left hand. If it's not accessible, using your strap or whatever you have. And then we're going to hug the heel in towards the glute. And then from here, we're going to strengthen those hamstrings a little bit too. So when I say you're going to release the foot, and then keep the heel hugged in towards the glute as best you can. So in 3, 2, 1, go ahead and release the foot, keeping that heel hugged in as best you can. And then go ahead and release the foot back down. Shake it out. I don't know why that pose can be so difficult. We'll do the other side now. So go ahead and ground down into the left foot. Bend the right knee, grabbing the foot with the right hand, hugging the heel in towards the glute. Knee points down towards the mat. And then in 3, 2, 1, go ahead and release the foot, keeping that heel hugged in as best you can. And then go ahead and release the foot back down. Shake it out. Inhale, arms reach. And then exhale, fold. Take some bends into the knees here in your forward fold, stretching it out a little bit after those hamstring strengthening exercises. And then feet are hips distance apart. Take a nice bend into the knees, rise up, chair pose, sink the hips, relax the shoulders down the back. Transfer weight into the right foot, and then maybe the left heel hovers, maybe the foot hovers an inch off the ground. And then set the left foot down, shifting the weight over into that left foot. Maybe the right heel hovers, maybe the whole right foot does. And then set the foot back down. Inhale, come up to standing, arms reach. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach back up. Ground down into the right foot. Take a nice big step back this time. Coming into crescent lunge, so back heel is lifted up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, rebend it. Hands come to heart center. Take a nice full breath in. And then on your exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So try and hook that left elbow to the outside of that right leg. If you're like me and the twists aren't happening right now, left hand to the outside of that right leg, right hand to right hip. And then inhale, come back through center, arms reach up, and then step that left foot forward to meet the right. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach. And then let's do the other side. So ground down into the left foot, big step back with the right heel lifted. Right leg is nice and straight. And then on your inhale, straighten the left leg. And exhale, rebend it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, lengthen the spine and prayer twist to the left, trying to hook that right elbow to the outside of the left leg or modifying if you need to. Remember to keep that back leg nice and straight. Don't forget about it. Then inhale, arms reach forward and up. Look forward, step the right foot forward to meet the left. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach, and then hands connect at heart center on your exhale. Let's take some balancing poses. So tree pose, ground down into the right foot. Left foot comes to a kickstand, shin or thigh, just not on the knee. Hands start at heart center. When you're ready, arms reach up towards the ceiling. If you want the extra challenge, maybe that gaze starts to work its way up towards the ceiling, maybe coming into a slight back bend. And then lengthen the spine back up. Hands come to heart center. Bring the knee to center. And then set the left foot down. Other side, ground down into the left foot. Right foot to your variation of tree pose. If it doesn't match the other side, that's fine. Hands start at heart center. Find your focal point. Make sure it doesn't move. And then arms reach forward and up when you're ready. Again, staying or maybe challenging yourself to look up. Bring your focal point somewhere else. And then lengthen the spine back up. Hands come to heart. Knee comes to center and set the foot down. Shake it out. Heel toe the feet out the width of the mat. Toes are going to point out. And then sink the hips down, Malasana squat. So maybe you only go halfway down and you stop there. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper, but you need to sit on a block or some books. That's totally fine. Use the elbows to open those hips up a little bit wider. And then hands come back down to the mat. Keep the feet where they are. Just kind of shift the hips side to side. Release a little. And then we're going to come back down into Malasana squat. So sink the hips back down. If you want movement, you can kind of bounce up and down or rock side to side. Again, those elbows are helping to open up the thighs a little bit deeper. And then hands come back down to the mat. Straighten the legs. Keeping the feet as they are. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then grab the calves here, so the backs of the legs, and then fold forward. Just a little different forward fold here. And then hands come back down. And then one more Malasana squat. Go ahead and sink the hips back down. If this is a little too much for you, I encourage you to modify or skip it. That's your choice too. Breathe into those hips. Maybe this time, instead of hands at heart center, you open those arms out wide to help take the stretch a little bit deeper. And then hands come back down to the mat. Straighten the legs. Bring the feet back to center. Shake it out. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. On your exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach back up. And exhale, hands connect, heart center. On your inhale, arms reach. Weight comes into that right foot. Take a nice big step back with the left. Back heel is going to be 45 degrees. So coming into warrior one. Nice bend into that right leg. On your exhale, open up the chest. And inhale, arms reach back up. Hands connect, heart center. Start to lean the weight forward. We're going to come into warrior three. So standing leg is nice, straight, and strong. Chest and back leg are as parallel to the ground as you can get them. Continue to hinge at the hips, bringing the hands all the way down to the mat, coming into standing split. So reach that left leg as high up towards the ceiling as you can. Point the left toes. If it doesn't reach that high, that's completely fine. And then bend the left leg, and then set the left foot down to meet the right. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. And exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach. Keep the arms here. Big step back with the right foot. Right foot, 45 degrees. Hips are squared towards the front of the mat. And then exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach back up. And then hands connect heart center. Start to lean the weight forward. Pick those back toes up as slow as you can. Warrior 3. Drop the right hip down to square the hips down towards the ground. And then keep bending down, coming into your standing splits. So standing leg is still nice and strong. Reach that right leg up. Point the toes. Maybe the gaze is towards the back of the room. And then bend the knee. Set the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Arms reach. And exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, reach. Feet are hips distance apart. Keep those arms reaching. Sink the hips, chair pose. Weight comes into the right foot. Maybe the left heel hovers. Maybe the whole foot does. Or taking a one-legged chair pose, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. If you want to guide that left knee open a little bit more, right hand can come to hip. Left hand can come to the left thigh, gently drawing it open. Then hold and breathe. Release the foot back down. And then we're going to shift over into the other side. So weight comes into the left foot. Maybe the right heel or whole foot hovers, or maybe the right ankle crosses over left thigh. Again, maybe left hand to left hip, right hand draws that knee open a little bit deeper. And then set the right foot down, coming back into your chair pose. Arms reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms reach up. And exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach. And hands connect, heart center. Weight comes into that right foot. Bring the left knee in towards the chest. Hinge at the hips, coming into warrior 3. Standing leg is nice, straight and strong. And then from here, we're going to come into half moon. So have maybe a block at the top of the mat. Maybe your hand can come all the way down to the ground. Left hand comes to left hip. You're going to open up that left hip. If you're open and shoulders are stacked, maybe left arm reaches up. And then nice and slow, left hand comes down. We're going to come back into warrior 3. Inhale, rise up to standing. Bring the left knee in towards the chest. And exhale, set the foot back down. Shake it out. Ground down into the left foot. Bring the right knee in towards your chest. Hinge at the hips, coming into warrior 3. You can always modify warrior 3 by bringing hands down to a block or to the mat. And then taking half moon, left hand plants down, right hand to right hip. Open up the hips. If shoulders are stacked, right arm reaches up, not pulling on the shoulder here. Left toes are at 12 o'clock. And then bring the right hand to right hip. Come back into our warrior 3, hands to heart. Rise back up to standing. Bring right knee in towards the chest. And then set the foot back down. Lots of balancing. Find a focal point, whether it's a spot on the ground, maybe on the wall in front of you. Just something that doesn't move so you can focus on it. Feet hips distance apart. Arms reach up, chair pose, sink the hips. And then coming into our one-legged chair pose, crossing left ankle over right thigh. You can stay here if you want to take it deeper. Work on reaching the hands down towards the ground. Maybe they come to blocks. And then inhale, rising back up, keeping the balance. Take a nice big step back with that left foot. And then drop the left heel 90 degrees, coming into warrior two. So right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Flip the front palm, reverse it. Nice deep bend into that front leg. Exhale, come back up, warrior two. And then again, reverse it on the inhale, reaching back. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. This time, straighten the front leg. And then coming back up, triangle pose, reaching forward and down. Keep the chest nice and open. Create a suit of armor around that right knee. Protect the knee joint. Gaze wherever's comfortable for your neck. And then take a nice deep bend into that front leg. Coming back up, warrior two. And then from here, we're going to come into crescent lunge. So sweep that left arm forward, pivot on the back toes. And then step the back foot forward. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, reach up. Keep the arms reaching up. Feet hips distance apart. Arms reach up. Chair pose, sink the hips. And then coming into our one-legged chair pose, crossing right ankle over left thigh. Staying here, or maybe you work on reaching the hands down towards the block or to the mat. And then slowly rising back up, arms reach, right knee in towards the chest. Take a nice big step back with the right foot. Drop the heel 90, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, up. Inhale, reverse. Stay here and then straighten the front leg. On your exhale, triangle pose, reaching forward and down. Left hand to left shin, blocker to the mat. Get a stretch into that right outer hip. Really press into the outside edge of the right foot. And then rebend the front knee, rise up, warrior two. Sweep the right arm forward, pivot on the back toes, crescent lunge. And then nice big step forward, coming to the top of the mat. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, hands connect, heart center. Ground down into the right leg, bring the left knee in towards the chest. We're going to do hand to big toe pose. So right hand to right hip, peace fingers wrap around that left big toe. Maybe the knee stays bent, or maybe you work on straightening the leg out long in front of you. Stay here, open the leg out to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the knee back in towards the chest, and then set the foot back down. Shake it out. Again, finding that focal point in these balancing postures. Ground down into the left foot, right knee in towards the chest. Left hand to left hip, right peace fingers around that right big toe. And then work on straightening the leg out long in front of you. If it doesn't straighten, completely fine. Stay here, open the leg out to the right. And then slowly come back to center. Rebend the knee and set the foot down with control. Shake it out. Inhale, arms reach. Feet are hips distance. And then rise up onto those tippy toes. Reach the heels as high up as you can. And then I want you to tippy toe backwards to the back of your mat. Keep the arches of the foot reaching up. Once you get to the back of the mat, make your way forward. Coming all the way back to the top. Keep the heels lifted, chair pose. Take a bend into the knees. And then inhale, straighten the legs, drop the heels. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Take a couple bends into the knees, right and then left here. Maybe you need to sigh out through the mouth, that's fine. And then slowly roll all the way back up to standing. Head is the last to lift. Roll those shoulders out a couple times. And again, feet hips distance. Coming back into that chair pose, sink the hips, arms reach up. Transfer weight into the right foot. Take a big step back with the left, coming into warrior one, back heel 45. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Hands come to heart center, lengthen the spine, and on your exhale, pyramid pose. Holding over that right leg. Inhale, rebend the front knee, arms reach up. Coming back into warrior one. And then start to reach the arms forward, lean the chest forward, coming into warrior three, lift the back leg up. And then continue to hinge down, standing splits, reach that left leg up. Extra challenge, one hand wraps around the ankle, maybe both do. And then bend that left knee, set the foot down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms reach up. And then sink the hips back down into our chair pose. Weight shifts into the left foot, big step back with the right, coming into warrior one, back heel 45. Inhale, straighten the front leg, hands come to heart, lengthen the spine. And then folding over the left leg into pyramid pose. Inhale, rebend the knee, warrior one, arms reach. And then exhale, warrior three, hinge forward, keep the arms extended if you can. You can always bring them to heart center. Back leg is lifted. And then slowly continue to hinge down, coming into standing splits. Taking it deeper with the one hand around the ankle or maybe both. And then bend that right knee, right foot meets the left. And slowly roll all the way up to standing. Head is the last to lift. Roll the shoulders out. And then inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach. Feet hips distance. Weight comes into the right foot, hinging at the hips, coming into warrior three, keeping the arms out long if you can. And then coming back into that half moon. So right hand down to a block or the ground. Left hand to left hip, open up the hip. Or maybe left arm reaches up. And then from here, we're going to come into warrior two. So look down at the ground, find a focal point. Nice deep bend into that right leg, big step back, back heel 90. And then inhale, straighten the front leg, pivot the toes to the left, arms reach up. And exhale, come back, warrior two. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale, arms reach, straighten the leg. Exhale, back, warrior two. Inhale, arms reach. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hands can come down to the ground, or maybe they just grab opposite calves. Trying to pull yourself through the legs. Then hands come to hips, slight bend into the knees, rise all the way back up. Pivot the right toes to the right, coming back into warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle pose, reaching forward and then down. Left arm reaches up. Then rebend the front knee, coming back, warrior two. Sweep the left arm forward, crescent lunge, pivot on the back toes, and then step the back foot forward. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach up. Keep those arms reaching. Right knee in towards the chest, and then hinge at the hips, warrior three. From here, coming into our half moon, so left hand comes down to a block or the ground, right hand, right hip. Open up that hip. Maybe right arm reaches up, but not tugging on the shoulder. Right arm can stay up or maybe come to the hip. Nice bend into that left knee. Coming into warrior two, so back heel drops down 90 degrees. Inhale, straighten the front leg, pivot the toes to the left, arms reach up. And exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, arms reach, straighten the leg. And exhale, down, warrior two. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms reach up, hands connect heart center. And then take a deep bend into that right leg. Left leg is long. Inhale back to center. And then nice deep bend into the left leg, hinging over to the left, trying to keep that spine nice and tall. Inhale back to center. Hands come to the thighs. Deep bend into both legs. Drop that right shoulder down towards center. And then inhale, and then drop the left shoulder down, exhale. Both arms and legs straighten, reach up, and then exhale, warrior two towards the top of the mat. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. And then straighten the front leg, triangle pose, reaching forward and then down. Rebend the front knee. Inhale, rise back up. And then crescent lunge. Right arm sweeps forward. Pivot on the back toes. Step the foot forward. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach back up. And exhale, hands connect heart center. Take a couple breaths here. Sigh it out if you ever need to. You don't need me to cue it. Feet come hips distance apart. Spine is up nice and tall. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, open up the chest. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, fold. Hang out here. Again, if you want to ragdoll and grab opposite elbows. Maybe you like a deep bend into the knees. Make it feel good. Release the hands back down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Roll all the way up to standing. Arms reach up. And on your exhale, we're going to do an open arm twist to the right. So left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. Inhale through center and then open arm twist to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands connect heart center. Let's take some standing back bends here. We haven't done a whole lot of heart opening, so I want you to take it nice and easy. So feet are hips distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. You're going to bring your hands to your low back. All 10 fingers are going to point down, and then you're going to lengthen the tailbone down. I don't want you to be pressing the hips forward a lot, but we just want more of a lengthening down towards the ground rather than pressing the hips forward. So from here, we're going to start. You're going to bring the gaze up towards the ceiling, find a focal point, lift the chest towards that point, lift the ribs towards that point, and then maybe you follow your focal point back a little bit deeper. Again, lifting the chest, lifting the ribs, and then again, maybe that focal point goes back again. And then slowly making your way up to standing. Try not to round the back here. If you need to release, just kind of rock side to side. Let's do that again. So hands to the low back, lengthen the tailbone down, bring the focal point up towards the ceiling, lift the chest, lift the ribs, and then maybe you follow the focal point back. If you're able to go pretty far back and you want to work on taking it deeper, maybe you walk the hands down the legs. And then slowly making your way back up. Again, if you need to release, shifting side to side. We're going to do one more round. So you can have the hands a little low back, or maybe hands are at heart center. Find your focal point, and then follow it back. Almost like you're trying to come into a candy cane shape, like the crown of the head is trying to reach its way towards the tailbone. Slowly making your way back up, nice and easy. And then inhale, arms reach up, interlace the fingers, flip the palms up towards the ceiling, and then hinge over to the right. Inhale back up to center, and then over to the left. Inhale back to center, and then hands come back to the back of the head, chin comes to chest, and then roll all the way down, bone by bone. Get as round as you possibly can here. Nice bend into the knees. And then release the hands down when you're ready. Sway side to side. Just counterbalancing those back bends we just did. And then rolling all the way back up. Arms reach up. And then hands connect heart center. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. We're going to end in a standing posture here. So if you like hands at heart center, maybe you want Tadasana with arms down your side, palms reaching out. I like one hand to my heart, the other to my belly. But whatever's working for you, just take a moment. Notice how you feel. I hope you feel good. And then take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, arms reach all the way up last time. And then connect the hands heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and namaste.